Okay, I think we're just about ready. This is a way earlier in the afternoon than I normally stream, but like this is what time I feel like doing it today. Also, I would really like to do the commission giveaway pretty soon here. I just have art block, so I really want to try to like fix that today by just doing little fun exercises that seem interesting. Also, I hope that my audio isn't too loud. Oh, I totally just broke it. Hang on. Let me fix that. So this was 10. There we go. Okay, that should be back to normal now. Sorry that my audio just broke for a minute. I also hope that my microphone is working properly. It's been having some issues lately, so this stream might be completely garbled and I would have no idea because I haven't checked it yet, because that would take a second. Anyway, we'll just get started. I don't think anyone's going to be here for a while because everyone's probably, like at school, because it's like in the middle of the day for me. It's like 2 in the afternoon. I know that everyone has different time zones, but a lot of people who watch my streams are generally close to my time zone. Anyhow, without further ado, let's get into what we're going to be doing today. So I have this masterpiece right here that's about 4 or 5 years old, I believe. It's been a while. I made it for my diner den, and it's like part of this big menu here. Back when I used to draw salads like this, which is really sad. I mean, the burger looks amazing. The burger looks totally fun, but like, what is this salad, man? What is that? And like the juice is a little bit janky. My pancakes are a little bit sad. So it's about as old as this pizza masterpiece. And I want to do this one again sometime soon, but I really like how it looks. The only thing that I would change is just the quality of the pizza slice. But yeah, so this is what I have to work with. As you can see, it's really messy. It's got so much stuff over here. Like, oh my goodness gracious. And also I said that like the different types of hot chocolate were coffee and milk, so that's something. And also I thought that the cinnamon sugar was in nuts because I couldn't decide what I'll show you. I couldn't decide what this topping was right here, this like brown one. So I just said that it was like ground up nuts, and it's like, that kind of looks like cinnamon sugar. It just goes to show that like all of these could be interpreted by the player, because it's like, yeah, this could be coffee, or it could just be like dark hot chocolate. So for the point of today's menu, this is going to be milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. And then these are all like chocolate things, and then this is cinnamon sugar. So hopefully that works okay with everybody. It's a little bit better than my last one. But anyway, so we're going to redo that masterpiece. Let me go back into this den really quick, this sloppy one that I threw together in like 2 minutes. So as you can see, like I've got a whole bunch of updated masterpieces for like hot chocolate and things, and I feel like this one's just not quite as good as my other ones. Let me show you guys. So I've got this bakery one. This is my most recent one that I did, and it's like the jump from this to that is very noticeable. So last night I spent about an hour and a half trying to get like the layout for this right. And let me show you what I came up with so you guys have like a general idea of what I'm trying to do here. It's got like watermarks on it and stuff, but that's okay. This is my reference. So I've got like hot up here, and then I've got a banner with the word chocolate, and then I've got milk, white, and dark chocolate, and then a little topping section where I'm going to have marshmallows and whipped cream over here, peppermint sticks, cinnamon sticks over here, and then all of the other little ones in the middle. So this is my main reference for what we're going to be doing today. Hopefully I'm able to get this to like look decent. And hopefully I can actually make it work, because that's going to be so much like symmetry, and that's a little bit difficult. Anyhow, we'll see how long I draw for. I got it started. I've got like my little border, and I've got the word hot down, so it's like I got this far and then I was like, you know what, let's just stream before I get too far in, which is kind of a mistake because I don't know how to do a banner here, because I've got to get like an arch, and arches are really hard, and then I've got to get like the banner in the back, and I'm not entirely sure how to draw banners. I think it's similar to that, just like the general shape, but like this is what we're going for. So let's see what we can do here. And it's also really weird because like with the Animal Jam painting tool, as you can see, the canvas is like offset. It's not in the middle of the screen. So my center is like over here. Oh my goodness gracious. So I have to go over on this side to center my little arch here. My throat is not used to talking this much. It's like already crapping out. You've been streaming for like 5 minutes. Come on, you can do it. Let's see. Just gonna give my voice a break for like just a second. Nobody's here, it's fine. You guys can just listen to some music. Oh my gosh, someone's here. Hi. I'm glad that you think so. It'll look cute if I'm able to like get it right. This banner's not going to be centered, but I like that. I'm saving that just for a second. And we're just going to like kind of eyeball this size-wise. I kind of want to do like a chalkboard aesthetic, so I want to do like really sketchy hot chocolate mugs. You know, like I don't really want them to be like full color. How do people draw arches? This is so difficult. I'm like tilting my hand. I'm gonna go this side and try to go like that. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the line tool to just try to get like a little bit of a smoother arch. Because you can use the line tool to do arches, you just have to like remove your mouse constantly. Yeah, see, like that's kind of working. A little bit. I hope it's somewhat centered. If it's not the end of the world. There we go. Okay, I'm saving that. I wish I could do time lapses, but like, oh my gosh. I would not be able to get them to work properly because like I save constantly. Hi, Sunflower! I'm glad you could like finally make it to the stream. I know your time zone is like way different from me. Okay, how do banners work? That's not right. Hang on. We've got to get like depth. They kind of like fold like that a little bit. So it has to like go down and then like come out the side a little bit here. So it'll kind of go like this maybe, and then kind of have it go behind. How does that look? Is that stupid? We might have to like go a little bit farther. Also, I think it's so funny that Lawless showed up like right as I was like, nobody's here. It's fine if I just like sit in silence for a couple minutes. Okay, there we go. That looks a little bit better. I don't like how pointy it is. How do banners look? I have to look this up. Let's see. So we've got like looking at my reference again, and I'll show you guys so you're not just staring at nothing. Okay, so you have to go like straight out so the edges are straight, and then it's got a triangle carved into it, and then it's got like a line. Okay, so it's like a box with a triangle cut out. Oh boy. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. I am so excited to see how this looks at the end. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna kind of like arch it like this, and then we're gonna go like that, and then just do like one big big arch. That one looks the best so far, I think. I saw when you when you started and needed something to watch while I draw. That's awesome. I hope that your drawing is going well. This one is to try to fix my art block. Okay, that's a good ribbon end. I'm gonna keep that one. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna try and recreate that on this side. I feel like I didn't leave nearly enough space. And I can't erase it because I've got like this stupid background with all the lines. You have no idea how hard it is to color match this brown. I've been using this same background for like, I want to say like 7 years. I just had like this one wooden backdrop that I just use for everything. Okay, that was way too far. I mean, it is a ribbon. It can go wherever. It's a natural, like, flowy shape. It's clothing, kind of. Well, it's fabric. It's not clothing. Okay, and then we can go out a little bit, and then we can go down, like, right there. And then in like that. How's that? Okay, it's very clearly, like, way asymmetrical. Oh, no. Symmetry is so hard. Color matching in Animal Jam is so difficult. It's the worst. They just need like one color picker tool, and this entire thing would be like a decent art program. Okay, that's really generous. I like this art program, and people, like my partner especially, he's like, why do you draw on that stupidly horrible art program all the time? Because like I have better art programs to use, but it's like, when you draw on other art programs, your art just kind of like looks worse in comparison, because like you can draw anything on those art programs, you know. Also, I'm gonna do this one side of the ribbon so many times. Oh my gosh. I promise I'll like wrap it up, finish it. This might just have to be what we end up doing with it. No, it's got like that weird little like duck beak. How did I do this one? Okay, so I went like straight. Okay, I'm making this one too arched. That side, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, if you're drawing in a crappy art program, people are a lot more forgiving when it looks crappy. Because it's like, you made it with nothing, you know? You made it with like the world's worst art program, so nobody's gonna be like, oh my gosh, that looks awful. They're just gonna be like, whoa, you made that? So it's an ego thing. I don't know if I have room over here to like get the same effect. I'm trying so hard, but it's like, I don't know if I can fit a straight line. Okay, we'll do that. I know it's like touching, but I think that that's as close as I'm going to be able to get it. So that is going to have to be our ribbon there. If I want to move it over, I have to redraw the whole thing. Oh, thank you. I didn't read chat for a minute, like, while I was on that whole spiel. I have been drawing in Animal Jam for, like, 10 years. I think the drawing tool has been out for 10 years, using a mouse. But I used my mouse for the first, like, 9 years out of the 10. I just barely got my drawing tablet, like, last year. Honestly, I love the Animal Jam Art Studio just because it's simple and less buttons. I always break Clip Studio when I use it. Yeah, like, it's so simple. It's like you've got 3 tools, you know, and you don't have to focus on, like, all of the buttons and the clipping and the merging and the layers. Because, like, with a lot of paint programs, like, you've just got so much to do with it that it's overwhelming. And, like, I can't get myself to sit down and learn it because there's like 150 buttons, you know? And it's like, I'm sure that they make it easier with time, but like when you don't have the mental energy to learn it, it's just so much. Also, I'm just doing like little garnishes there. That looks kind of cute. I like that. We'll do that. Okay, there we go. Can you give me some digital drawing tips? I can on the Animal Jam Art Studio, but like none come to mind. The main ones is like if you're struggling, I already used this one in the stream, but if you're struggling to draw like an arch or something, also I'm just making sure that I saved before I do this, but like you can use the line tool to get like really clean lines. It just takes a lot longer, and you have to like raise up your mouse a whole bunch, but like you can do that instead of trying to do a swirl. I mean, I guess this doesn't look too different, but like, I don't know, it cleans up your lines a lot better. And when you're trying to like taper, hang on, let me just like refresh this. I have a good canvas, and we'll just do like this for a second. I'm gonna use a better background color, but like if you're trying to draw a line and you want to make it look better, you can do, instead of doing this to taper your line, because this is kind of like a pain and also doesn't really work to try to get like a sharp edge on it, you could just use the background color and go over it like this, and it kind of, well, I mean, normally if you're like a little bit better, it's a little bit difficult, but like you can get better line variation with that. So those are my 2 tricks of the day for now. I want to do like a compilation of like different shading styles that you can do. I'm learning how to use the airbrush, and I can't show what I've been working on stream because it's like birthday gifts for my friends and they watch my streams, but when I finish them around Christmas time, I want to show you guys like what I've been doing with the airbrush, because I've gotten really good. Okay, I don't understand how people do that. Oh, like the line tapering. Yeah, hopefully using the line tool helps a little bit with like keeping your lines straight, and then using the background color to taper your lines. That usually makes it much better. Also, if you're trying to do depth, sorry, this is just going into like a little drawing tutorial here, but that's what live streams are for. So like if you're trying to draw an animal and you're really bad at like foreshortening, which is like when you're trying to get like, this is really hard to demonstrate, but like let's just say that like this is an arm and like your hand, it's like when it's coming towards the front. As you can see, I'm not very good at it, but if you're trying to like add depth to your drawing, you can do, there's 2 techniques. This is a lot more advanced. I like that it was just like, well, here's how you do line tapering, and it's like, here's how to do foreshortening. Nobody likes foreshortening. But yeah, you can do the basic shapes first, and that helps add a little bit of depth and like helps your brain figure out where you're going. Or you can do what most people do and just do like a spiral in the general direction that you want to do, and then you have like an in-depth tail, like as you can see, like it's getting smaller as it goes away, and then you've got depth thing. Anyway, look at that kind of looks like an art teacher's chalkboard. Anyway, I should probably get back to this. I've almost always used the airbrush and it takes so long. Oh, what do you mean by depth? Like how far away something is from you, basically. Also, I don't know how to spell chocolate. Hang on. I can't write it on here. I have to like read it. Okay, so O is in the middle. So I've got to like center this. It's not going to be exactly centered because I put the banner like off center. Okay. Good enough. I want to try to hand draw it. I should probably make it like a little bit smaller though, just so that way I can like have a little bit of space between the top and the bottom. There we go. And yeah, I don't know how people handle the airbrush tool. Like, it's awful. It's just the worst. I use it because like I'm getting better at like using it for gradients and shading, which is a pain in the Animal Jam Art Studio, let me tell you. But I don't know how people do like those huge full piece airbrush arts. Like, they drive me nuts. I would lose my patience. It would take me like 7 months. Also, when you draw your lines, you're beautiful. Somehow you do without any black lines in it. Like, how is that? Like, I have all the outlines in mine. Oh, like, hang on. Let me save this and I'll like try to pull something up. Are you talking about like... No, not that. Sorry, that's like really old. Let me just go through. Which ones? What's a not old one? My entire art file thing is such a disaster. Like this? Like no black outlines or something? Cause like I'm assuming that you mean like how do you get rid of the outlines, and it's like you just have to use different colors. That helps a lot if you're trying to do like lineless pieces instead of having like an outline on here. Also, I'm just using the mouse. Oh my gosh. I was so close to getting that so nice, and then I had to go over. But yeah, as you can see, like I use darker gray for like anything that has to be behind something else, and then lighter gray the farther like forward you go. So to make your art look better, just use like a ridiculous amount of shades of the same color. That usually helps a lot. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, there we go, I found it. This is a maze of files. I really need to organize that. I've got like 8 years of art in my art files, and they're so messy. There we go. Okay, hang on. Is that C a good shape? I mean, I can't undo it now. I probably should have like checked first, but that's okay. Okay, so that's H, and then O, and then L. Okay, so you have another O here. I'm trying to get this spacing as like nice as I can, so I keep like chopping it up. Okay, and then that's L-A-T-E. Okay, so there's only 4 over here. So let's just do like... Let's just do all of them, I think. Maybe? Or just like go backwards. Focusing way too hard on the T. It's because it's the first one that actually has to have the proper spacing. Okay. We're just gonna kind of like bounce around and hope that I don't do the wrong letter in the wrong spot. That would suck. And then we can come back and like make these letters look a little prettier. This looks like I erased some of the word. I do not have very good patience. I am baffled by the people who do airbrush stuff, because that stuff takes me weeks to do. I've got... Hang on. Is that... Okay, I'm gonna move the L over just a little bit, and hopefully like the spacing is okay. I don't like L's. They like have so much awkward empty space in them. There we go. Okay, Choco. Okay, so there's just a C here, and then I think that the word is complete. I feel like I'm doing a little word puzzle. Also, was I saying something? I feel like I was mid-sentence, and then I just like completely got distracted by the lettering. Okay, that's kind of cute. That kind of works. There's so much space in between these letters, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to make the C like just like a little bit bigger so it's less obvious, and hopefully nobody notices. Okay, it's slightly obvious, but that's okay. That's good. I'm gonna keep that. But yeah, let me show you guys like my biggest project that I've just been doing just for like messing around purposes. But I've been trying to get better at airbrush stuff. This is like 21 hours in, I believe, to this map. And it's taken so long, and the detail is insane. This little Belush temple took me forever. And as you can see, like, I'm getting steadily worse with the buildings because I started with the Belush temple. I mean, you probably can't even see it because it's so freaking tiny. Let me pull up a zoom here. Also, if you're on a Windows laptop, you can use like the built-in magnifier by pressing the Windows button and then the plus button. And then you have a little magnifier. But yeah, look at the detail on this freaking teeny tiny little Belush temple. This took me forever. And then like as you go, like as you can see, the detail kind of dies a little bit in the Serapia huts. But anyway, I haven't worked on this in a while. There we go. Okay, back to this. I love that, like, I've only made one little banner this whole time. Oh my goodness. It usually takes me 7 to 8 hours to do an airbrush piece. That's crazy. I could never. Maybe it's just because I'm working like super tiny. But oh my gosh, I don't understand. Have you guys seen like those full airbrush pieces that are just like the entire masterpiece is like the teeny tiny airbrush that's like that big? How do people have the patience for that? How do they have the time for that? I have a friend who can whip one of those out in like half an afternoon, and it's just like, oh my gosh, absolutely wild to me. That would take me like 7 months. Okay, I like that kind of font. I did a lot of research into like what kind of fonts I could use and like what layout to do. This took so long to do a proper layout. But anyway, it's like the key to making it look aesthetic is to use so many ridiculous fonts that you don't even pay attention to the art anymore because you just have like 100 fonts. I don't think I'm going to use quite that many, but that's okay. Just going to try to get a little bit of fanciness in here. I don't know if it looks good on every letter. I think it does. I'm going to keep going. What would you say your best not paid for art app is? Ibis Paint is probably your go-to, or like IBIS Paint. No, I think it's just IBS Paint. Everybody calls it Ibis. I got into like an argument with somebody over this, and I don't remember what the actual name is. But it's like it's Ibis Paint or IBS Paint. One of the two. It's the same app that I'm talking about. I just don't remember what it's called. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. What do you guys think? How's the fat letters? How are they looking? Also, I'm gonna like kind of build this out a little bit with it to try to make it a little bit less distracting that there's a huge gap in between these two letters. Okay, that one might have been a little big, but that's okay. Oh yeah, you can buddy me. I have to turn on my buddy requests though. Send me a jag if you're online right now, and I can send a buddy request as soon as I get to a little stopping point on here. Yeah, Ibis Paint is good for more mobile stuff. Oh, Krita. I've never heard of that one. Maybe I have a little bit. It sounds like vaguely familiar. Okay, I feel like I did that one way wrong. Let's do like straight back little rectangle here. There we go. That was a little bit bulky, but that's okay. Okay. I think it's coming together like the more I do it. I hope that nobody watches this back and they're just like, please, no, stop, it looks awful. I liked it better without the weird chalky lines. But it's like they weren't here in the live stream to tell me to stop, so I'm just gonna keep going. I think I said it in my last video too, but it's like, it's so strange how many people watch back my live streams. Most live streamers don't get new views once the live is ended, and then most of my views come from playbacks, like way later. Anyway, it's saved. This is permanent now. There we go. Okay. I kind of want to do like something fancy on the sides, or like right here, but I don't know what to do here. What if I do like just like a line? I don't think that looks very good. There's just so much empty space here. I've got like these weird little like fancy leaf things. So like, what if I do like a fancy little leaf thing coming off of the O? Like that? I kind of like that. How does that look? I think I'm gonna like save that temporarily, so that way once the stream catches up, you guys can see if you like it or not, because I don't know, I think it fills the empty space okay. And then maybe we can do like a dot in between or something like that to kind of balance it out a little bit. Maybe slightly bigger dots, slightly. Okay. I still don't know if I like it more or less. This is just how chalkboard art kind of goes. It's like when there's empty space, you just have to like add weird little garnishes to it. Okay, I do think I like it. We're gonna do like little dashes. See how that looks. Okay, I do like that. I wish that I had drawn this one just slightly more over here. I guess I can redo it. It's just little dashes. That's fine. Let's do this here. There we go. That's where I wanted it. Okay, that's much better. I like that. We're gonna keep that there. There we go. Alright, now for the fun part. I get to draw little chocolate bars. I don't know how to draw chocolate bars, but I think it'll be fine. Also, sorry if it bothers you guys that I keep opening up the frames. It helps me see like how it looks when it's smaller, and also making sure that everything's like centered just generally well. So I do that quite frequently. Okay, let's take a look at my reference again here. Let me just pull that up. I don't think I'll be able to get quite this like level of detail here in the chocolate bar, but I kind of want to go for something like that. I'm gonna use the milk chocolate bar as like our general reference here. Okay, we're gonna try to make it look kind of somewhat like this generally, a little bit. Because that is so much detail for such a tiny piece. Okay. Let me shrink down my tab a little bit so that way I can actually see you guys, see chat. Okay, there we go. Let me update my chat as well. Okay, perfect. Just making sure. Alright, there we go. Have to arrange everything on my second monitor in a way that I can see still. Alright, so we've got like, we need some browns. Oh boy. I think we'll just start with like the general brown, and then I can recolor it later. Also, I hope that this brown looks okay, because like I can't see it on my main monitor very well, and my second monitor is covered with my reference image. Also, I just realized that brown is going to go on top of that one. Did I just perfectly color match? Hang on. There's no way. You've got to be kidding me. If I Okay, hang on. Okay, I did not perfectly color match. I was gonna say if I did accidentally first try, that would be ridiculous. Alright, so we've got our lighter brown for the top, a darker brown for the bottom, and then we need like a lightest brown. Let me move this down a little bit on my color picker. And then we need like a much brighter trim color to like separate the two. Okay, how does that look? Let me take a look on my second monitor. Those are the same colors, aren't they? Don't mind me just like pulling this over to my second monitor so I can see. Okay, those are like the exact same color. Just about. Let me fix this one. So this one's a pretty good color. I kind of want to keep that, but also like it's not quite bright enough. Let's do, how about that instead? These three colors. And then these are just backups in case I need them. Okay, there we go. You can full screen again. There we go. Crazy close color match. Thank you, thank you. Also, I can friend you now. There we go. Oh, you're here. I was like, oh no, I hope that I didn't like bother them making a music video or something. Because whenever you see like two people in an empty room, like that's generally what I assume they're doing. They're trying to make a music video of some sort. Okay, there we go. We've got our colors. I've got my reference. Let's see how well I can actually draw the chocolate bar. I'm gonna get like the general shape with blue, so that way I can actually see it up against this. And I need 3 identical like chocolate bars. So we need one like right here ish, and then one like right here, and then one like over here underneath the T. Okay, that looks good. So underneath the H, the O, and the T. Okay. It's a lot harder to like actually make the things now because we can't erase. So let's do, okay, so it's like a weird kind of sideways shape like that. Should I put it farther down? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. I don't want it to be like super big, but I think it's gonna have to be bigger than that. I was just decorating animals with some random jammer that was in there. Oh good. Glad I didn't interrupt anything. Okay. So let's do, I'm gonna start it like a little bit farther down so there's a bit of a gap. And then we'll do a cross. And just make like a little rectangle like that. I'm gonna go one at a time here, and then we can fill that in, and then from there we can make it actually look like chocolate. This is the same color as that, so I think I can get rid of it, and we'll just do like a lighter blue for this part. Or I kind of want to do like a, what's a good like contrasting color that doesn't like hurt your eyes really bad? Let's use like a really gross yellow. Okay, no, we'll do orange. We'll do orange. Alright, so we need like squares, and they can be like dark squares. So we're gonna do that. I think this is where the dark is gonna go. This is actually really hard to like map out. Okay, so that's all gonna be the dark outline. It is so hard to work with this tiny little space. I don't want to have to use the airbrush for the chocolate, but I might have to, just because this isn't big enough. Okay, we'll do that, and then I'm gonna like go up a little bit to kind of like make this look a little bit more three-dimensional. Just slightly. Not too much. I don't want to like bring that much attention to the chocolate. But like that maybe. And then I'm gonna have to do the darker part here and then cover it with I think I can actually use these colors now. Okay, yep, and then the darkest part is this edge there. Okay, you cannot see that. This will have to be the darker bit. I mean, it's looking like chocolate. You can tell it's chocolate. I'm happy with this. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna try to like make it a little bit more square. Slightly. There we go. Okay, and then I kind of want to go over this just one more time. Hopefully I'm not like super overly focused on how this chocolate looks, but that's okay. Even if I am. Okay. There we go. Okay, it does look like a chocolate bar. It does look like a chocolate bar. This is so flat though, so we're gonna have to like thin out the shading. And we can use like highlights too to further separate this, because it's like it's gonna blend together a decent bit in the end. Also, I am not doing this very square like. That was just a blob. There we go. Okay. There we go. That looks depthy. It looks like a solid piece of chocolate. Oh, your mic's a little blown out. You're very loud. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. Let me mess with that. I hope it's still not like super bad, but we'll do that. How's that? There we go. Also, yeah, if my mic's ever given you guys issues, please let me know, because I cannot hear my own stream. And I'd much rather fix it like way before. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm hoping to get a new mic soon, because it is very busted. Mine is struggling. Okay, I'm gonna do like super dark on the edges here to kind of separate that just a tad, maybe. Okay, unless I can't get them properly, like this, and then there we go. Oh, hi Schnoodles, welcome in. Also, welcome in Deer Hive. I don't think I mentioned that either. Okay, and then we'll do like a little bit of highlight with the airbrush. Oh no, this is starting to look less like chocolate. I don't know if this is helping. That's okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Trust my own process a little bit. Okay. I mean, kinda. It kinda works a little bit. I'm gonna kinda go on the back a little bit as well. Just give a little bit more shine. I might be overdoing it with the shine. I feel like now the base is really bland though. I'm gonna try to get like some depth in there too, even though it just blends in with the background, because the background is brown. Am I able to do like a shine on the bottom? Just generally? No? That's a no. That looks like a caramel thing. What if I do like a backlight kind of thing where I do that? Maybe. I just need it to like not blend into the background a whole ton. So we'll just kind of like thicken this a little bit. Maybe I can do like a drop shadow. That's not the worst. Okay, I'm glad that helps a little bit with the mic. I'm so sorry that you guys have just been dealing with that the entire time. Let me do like, can I do this? For like a something something? I don't know how lighting works. Figuring out as we go. Okay, let's replace that with darker, I think. This is so difficult to make it shaded properly with like the exact same color being the background. That was a mistake. Okay. Also, I hope that this is like a good color of yellow and not super, super nasty. Or like brown. Because browns are very difficult. Okay, what about that? No. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't notice because I wasn't using headphones. Okay, I'm glad that it's like usable still. There we go. Got 6 sapphires on the daily spin. Nice. Nicely done. Okay. What if I do like... Okay, that was so... Not bad, actually. I hate that that worked. Why did that work, but this didn't work? I did this, and it was just like, nah, that's way too bright. And so I went brighter, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, that looks great. That looks like chocolate from afar if you, like, close it out and squint really hard. What is this? Okay, what if I just go, like, really fast and just do, like, 2 lines like that? Can you guys tell that that's chocolate? I can't tell anymore. It looked so much better before I overdid it. Tried to add too much detail. I think it's still okay. I think it's alright. I'm gonna save it, let's see, to this one. What was my last save though? What was this one? Okay, so no chocolate or simple chocolate. Okay, I'll let you guys choose. Do we like simple chocolate or overly detailed chocolate? I think I like overly detailed. I just have to add a little bit of nothing else. I'm overdoing it. This one needs some more though. Just a little bit. Okay, you can't tell what it is from afar either way, so I think it's fine. There we go. I don't know how I'm going to do this for like the white chocolate, but I think that that's fine. I think that it... I mean, you can kind of tell it's chocolate. Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay, back. Sorry about that. My cats needed me to refill their water. Okay. I think that the detailed, like, stands out from the background just a little bit better. Oh, nope, come on. Okay, my drawing tablet was like, I'm not gonna work for a second. Okay. We'll do that. We'll keep that. I'm gonna, like, take that down a notch, though. Just a tiny bit. Make it a little bit more square. Okay. I think that that's good. I think that that's as good as I'm gonna get it. So we're gonna do we're gonna do that. I feel like there's a way to make it look a little bit more square, because like, wait, hang on. I think I got this. If I take this down just a little bit and like cover the corners, does that give it the proper depth? Did I fix it? No, I don't think I did. I'll tinker with it later too, if I end up like not liking it, because I feel like it's missing the proper depth. Like I'm doing something wrong to make it not quite the right thing. When's the last time you hosted your diner on Animal Jam? Like a year ago. It's been a long time. It's been a very, very long time. Can I... Okay, I've got to stop messing with this chocolate, man. I'm losing my mind. All right, we've got to move on. So we've got milk chocolate. That'll have to be good enough for now. I think I'm going to draw all the chocolate bars before I draw the other things. What does white chocolate look like? Is it like, let me see, white chocolate, because I know it's not white. It's like a cream. Okay, no, it's pretty white actually. Like slightly yellow. Oh boy. Okay, let's see if I can get these colors. I'm gonna have to move this slightly over to my second monitor for just a second, so the ratio is gonna be a little weird. Yellows are so difficult. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll just use white for like the highlight color, and then this will be the top color, and then I need like a darker yellowish cream for like the shading, but it has to be muted. I think that's like as dark as we can go. Maybe like a little bit more orange, like that. I think that this will have to be our color scheme for now. Okay, and then we just rinse and repeat the last thing. Did I ever use this color? Is that color? I did. Oh no, do I need, hang on, so that's that color, then I have that. Okay, so I will need a color past this. Oh goody. White chocolate is white. I also think it depends on the brand. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna use a yellowy white, because it's like if I use just white, then it'll look too similar to this. But we use like a lot of white highlights and mostly this color. Rainda, I finally finished your drawing. I'll give it to you when you're on. Okay, I mean, I am online right now. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on. Oh, please tell me I actually saved. Okay, good. It was just me like tinkering with it. We'll do that outline in like this yellow, so it's gotta be a little bit over here. Oh, that was... I love when you re-enter the paint program and it's just like, actually you were using the thick line tool, and it's like, oh my gosh. Gee, thanks. Okay. I think I might need to move this over just a tad. Over and down just a little bit. Okay. Because we need to be able to fit the other thing, like the word white, next to it. So we'll go over here a little bit bigger, because I have to match the first one enough that it looks like the same thing. Why is it so much smaller? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm not gonna hold myself to too high a standard in making them look the same. It's gonna be really difficult. Okay, I think that that's like generally the same size. It looks a little bit smaller to me, but that's okay. That's pretty good. I think we're gonna keep that. There we go. Oh, no, as in finished, but it's not accepted. Gotcha. Don't expect it to be detailed. No, you're good. I appreciate all of it, and I am very excited to see how it looks. Okay. Hang on. I don't know why this is like doing this weird little like curve thing. Come on. Okay, there we go. I think it's just because it doesn't have the detail, but like this is an entirely different shape than this first one. That's okay. I'm gonna use this for like my squares here. Just while I'm figuring out where to put them. So we need to go here and there. I'm gonna add a little bit more in the front here, like that. Give it a tiny bit more of a cube shape. And then we'll do that. This is probably so boring, just watching me draw the same thing 3 times, because I have to draw one more over here. But I've learned generally what I'm doing with the first one, so like hopefully it's not super bad. What if we use that? That was a horrible mistake. Okay. Oh no, that's our dark color. Okay, hang on. Gonna go a little bit darker on here. Still needs to be yellow, but like I don't want it to be a nasty yellow. Okay. How did you get your line so small between the brown chocolate? Oh, like this? I used the, hang on. I'll show you in just a second what I did. So, wait, what color was I using? That's the darkest, and then that's the second color. Okay, so this one has to be that. And then this goes there. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So to get these lines thinner, you just have to build it up a little bit. So I just kind of go up and over, and I color over the lines that I originally placed. It's so hard to see what I'm doing right now because these are like so bright. They're like the same color. Okay, and then we have to go up and around here, but we still have to have our, okay, that was just a circle. I'm gonna try to use this, maybe. I'm gonna save what I have so far, because that looks pretty good, and I don't want to ruin it. There we go. Okay, maybe like, I love that I can't see what I'm doing, because this line tool thing is bigger than my actual lines. There we go. Okay, good enough. I'm happy with that. And then we go over this line again, make that a little bit thinner, and then we go over this one and slightly off that way to make it look like it is going up a little bit. Okay, and then I have to do that one just a tiny bit diagonally. There we go. It is so hard to see this. I hope you guys can see it better than I can, because this just looks like I'm not drawing anything. Okay, and then we do the darker outline along this side here. I don't really want it to look like butter. This kind of looks like butter. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to keep going. Okay. We'll do that, and then we'll do like a little bit of darker outline on the top of there. So we go to kind of separate those. I'm definitely drawing over the wrong lines. That's okay. Okay, there we go. And then we can do the highlights, and then this piece should be done. These are such janky pieces of chocolate. I was gonna say that it's fine because it's like, I don't know, chocolate comes in all shapes and sizes, but it's like, it's not a ribbon. I can't use the same excuse as I've already used this stream. There we go. Randa, if you make someone a mod, whatever it is, when you have a little blue name, what happens if they block another person for no reason? Then I remove their mod privileges. It happened before. I gave somebody mod permissions to help me out with like moderation bots on my channel, and they blocked like half my viewers, and they put like a list of words that you can't say in my chat, and they blocked my own name and the word YouTube and the name and like the word Animal Jam. They made it so people in my chat couldn't say like really basic words like the word you or like or what, and so I had to spend like a whole afternoon just like erasing my blocked words list and starting over because they had completely messed it up. Obviously I banned them from my channel. Hang on. Sorry. Oh my goodness, my throat's giving out. I'm talking too much. I definitely need to make the squares wider, even if the shading is yellowish. Okay. I'm gonna give my throat a break for just a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. No, my throat's done. Oh no. Sorry, I keep muting. I have to like cough. Okay, there we go. My throat's coming down. I just have to like talk less. I'm gonna go grab some water. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I haven't talked this much in like months. Oh my gosh, I might have to end stream. My throat's dying. Okay, are we good? Throat, can I talk again? Did I damage something? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the person was somebody called Moon Gaming. If you see them in other streams, warn the creator. That was not good. That was not fun to deal with. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm so sorry. I think I have to stop streaming for a little bit. My throat's like dying. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry that I have to go. This was so fun. It was lovely to meet all of you guys.